I wasn't planning on stopping that morning. The rain just sort of made the decision for me. I'd been walking well, limping through downtown, trying to make it to the park 2 miles up. My back was acting up again, reminding me of every stretcher I'd carried, every mile I'd marched, every second I spent pretending like I hadn't shattered something inside myself 20 years ago in a place most people couldn't find on a map. I saw the cafe. Modern. Clean. One of those spots where everyone types more than they talk, where the pastries cost more than a meal used to. It wasn't my kind of place, not by a long shot, but it had 4 walls and a roof, and right then that was enough. Rain was soaking through my boots. My jacket, old army issue, was holding out about as well as I was. I stepped inside. You ever walk into a room and feel like you just changed the weather? That's what happened. Conversations dipped. People looked. One barista, couldn't have been older than my granddaughter, just stared like I'd dragged in a body instead of water. Her hair was too styled for a Monday. Her face too clean. "Can I help you?" she said, with a tone that meant the opposite. "Just a water," I said quietly. "Until the rain passes." She raised her brows, didn't blink. "Minimum purchase required for seating. This isn't a shelter." My fingers ached as I dug into my pocket. 3 crumpled dollars, almost half of what I had left. "Small coffee, then." She didn't move. "That won't cover any of our drinks." And she said it loud, like she wanted everyone to hear. Like humiliation was part of the menu. I nodded slow. "Then I'll wait under the awning." I bent to grab my duffel, and that's when I heard "Eat a man" at the next table. Sharp suit, slick hair. "He stinks. Can't you smell that?" And people laughed. Some didn't. But no one stopped him. I kept my eyes on the floor. You learn to do that when people look through you instead of at you. I turned to leave. The barista was already moving, fast, grabbed my elbow, and tried to usher me out. But I wasn't steady. I stumbled. The duffel hit the floor, spilling open. Everything I owned: a change of socks, a worn photo of my squad in Afghanistan, a folded flag in a plastic sleeve, a mesh bag with my Purple Heart. The metal caught the light. Someone gasped. A woman froze mid-sip. But just like that, she looked away, pretended it wasn't her business. The barista didn't care. He used his shoe to push the contents back, then shoved the bag at me. "Take your stuff and go." I knelt, slow and stiff, tucked the metal back in. No one helped. No one offered. I stepped back into the rain. I made it to the park gazebo a few blocks away. It wasn't much, but it was dry. I sat. Checked my bag. Everything was still there, thank God. The Purple Heart still shone. The flag still folded tight. The photo of 12 smiling men, only 5 of us made it home. Then there was the letter from my daughter, Ellie. Monthly letters, always polite. She didn't know I was sleeping rough. Didn't need to. She was in college. Doing well. I didn't want her carrying the weight I never could set down. "Ray? That you?" "Alpha 9. The voice came from the path. I looked up. Charlie Peterson, another vet. Same broken walk, same haunted look. I hadn't seen him since the support group months ago. "Thought that was you," he said, sitting beside me. We didn't need to talk much. Just sat there, breathing through the rain, remembering things we couldn't forget. Then my flip phone buzzed, emergency only kind of thing. A message. A link. Someone had filmed what happened at the cafe. It was online. Viral. The caption read, "Homeless veteran drama. Watch this freeloader get served." Charlie cursed. "They put this up?" Across town, someone else saw it too. James Rivera. Used to be Private Rivera, 22, scared out of his mind in Hellman when our convoy hit an IED. I carried him out. Twice. He was an investment guy now. Wife, kids, suit, the whole thing. He saw the video during a lunch break and froze. "That's Sergeant Wallace," he said aloud, standing. And then he started calling people. By sunset, every veteran chat group in the city had the video. And they weren't laughing. The next morning, I woke with the sun. The same way I had every day since basic. Cleaned up best I could in the public restroom. Folded my gear, checked my metal, slipped it into the inner pocket. I was sitting on a bench when I heard it: diesel engines. Then I saw them. Trucks. Army green, 5 of them, pulling up around the cafe. They parked hard, like they meant it. People came out to watch, phones in hand. Then they stepped out vets. Real ones. Some in old BDUs, some in Afghanistan camo, some in dress uniforms. Men and women, old and young. One woman led them, Colonel Janine Hallstrom. I hadn't seen her in years. They formed ranks. 50 deep. Colonel Hallstrom stepped forward. Her voice carried. Yesterday, this man was humiliated here. She pointed directly at me. This man is Sergeant First Class Raymond Wallace, Alpha 9, Rescue Unit. He carried wounded men through gunfire when everyone else was down. He refused evacuation. And this, she held up a board, is where he was told he wasn't welcome. The crowd was silent. The barista came out, pale, shaking. I didn't know, he said. He didn't say he was a vet. Colonel Hallstrom stared him down. Heroes don't always announce themselves. That's not how it works. James stepped forward, cane and all. He saved my life. I walked again because of him. Then more stories. One by one, people stepped out from the crowd. Some I hadn't seen in years. Each one told something I'd forgotten. Each one made my knees weaker than the war ever did. They placed a wooden sign out front. This place refused a hero. By the time the trucks left, the world had changed. That night, Ellie called. Her voice was shaking. Dad, I saw the video. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't have a good answer. She said, I dropped out for now. I'm coming home. We can figure this out. Together. Colonel Hallstrom called too. The mayor wanted to start a vet outreach program. Permanent housing. Job training. They wanted me to help run it. I hesitated. I wasn't ready to be anything other than invisible. Ray, she said, this isn't about you anymore. It's about the ones still sleeping under bridges. The ones who won't get a viral video. She was right. A week later, I moved into a 1-bedroom. Clean. Warm. A real bed. I unpacked my duffel for the last time. Placed the Purple Heart on my nightstand. Not as a relic, but as a promise. Back at the cafe, things had changed. New signs. Discounts for veterans. The same corner table, always taken by someone in a uniform. They didn't talk about me. They just existed. And the staff served without flinching. One day, a little boy asked, Dad, why do they salute if there's no flag? His dad looked over. Sometimes, he said, a man is the flag. And that felt like enough. Have you ever misjudged someone just by how they looked? Leave a comment below. We want to hear your story. Subscribe for more real stories where silence ends and respect begins.